Hey, everybody, welcome to the Jim Masters Show Live. Good to have you with us from all around the world. I'm your host, Jim Masters. It is Monday, so that means we're going to have fun. You know what? We have fun every day on the Jim Masters Show Live. This is our entertainment lifestyle talk show series that we started almost a year ago. That's right. At the end of April, early May will be the 1-year point. We'll have to have a big celebration with all of our lovely viewers and maybe some surprise guests as well, past and present, joining us for a 1-year celebration. We're sort of putting that together now. We're just coming off the heels of our incredible St. Patrick's Day episode that we did last week. If you didn't see that episode, check it out. It's on our YouTube channel. It was a lot of fun. I think we went 3.5 hours or something. We had some of our great Irish-themed guests looking back at some of their performances and conversations. We had the full Irish dinner. We had lots of entertainment, and of course, lots of viewer interaction with our viewers that are called our Lovedies, and they are an international audience, and we love them. We love all of you guys. And Lovedy, again, just came when I accidentally was saying that the show has a positive bent to it, light, love, and levity. And I said Lovedy accidentally, just slipped out of my mouth. I don't know how that happened. And that's where Lovedy was born, and that's where Lovedy remains, right here on the Jim Masters Show Live. So it's a cool place. We sort of take the old school style of warm conversational talk shows that you remember from the past. Matter of fact, we had former child actor Rodney Allen Rippey on with us last night, and he said something that really bowled me over. He was on when he was a kid, all the Jack in the Box commercials, and he was on $6 Million Man and all these TV shows and so much more. He met Michael Jackson and Donny Osmond and all these greats. And he said something very, very complimentary that I'll always remember. He said that he had been on a guest on the Johnny Carson show, the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. He had been on Dinah Shore and Merv Griffin and Mike Douglas and all the main talk shows through the years. And he had said that this show and I am right there at the same level as some of those great broadcasters. I really appreciate that, because I do this work for a living, in the professional world as a television and radio personality and presenter, host, journalist, actor, writer, producer, stage MC, voiceover artist. And it was about a year ago almost that we turned on the television lights here at our studio, which is our home studio. We're in the greater New York area along the southern New England coast, right by the ocean between New York and Boston, and just turned it on and started communicating with everybody. And then all of a sudden, guess what was born? All this fun and entertainment, inspiring guests, great conversations, amazing conversations with the guests, and lots of levity, and lots of surprises and cool moments that happen. We really have a good time on the show, and we treat it as a talk show, but some of that old school style with the modern vibe and modern twist of today. So sort of combining those two worlds together, and it's a really cool experience. So we welcome you. I invite you to stay after our guest is wrapped, because we have a special birthday that we want to do a shout out to for somebody very special actually in my life. Today is my mother's birthday. Last week was my dad's birthday, and we acknowledged that, of course. And today, my mother's birthday. And of course, we were on the phone with Mom. They're down in Florida. They built a home down there, and we sent, flowers and cards and gifts and all kinds of beautiful things. We had a wonderful conversation. So everybody is showering my mother with birthday greetings today. And of course, we love her very, very much. Both parents. We're blessed with a beautiful family, loving parents and siblings and relatives, just true blessing. And it's probably, spilled over onto me with some of my personality, and I really appreciate everything that they've done. I call my parents the executive producers because they produced me, the executives. So happy birthday to my mother. We're going to do a little acknowledgement of that right after, towards the end of the show. So make sure you stick around for that. We welcome everybody. I do want to let you know we have an amazing guest here on the show. Emily Ray is here. We're so excited to have her here live from Los Angeles. She's a brilliant actress. You may remember her father was a guest on our show as well, and you guys really enjoyed him. He was on. Remember when we had author Kevin D. Miller on? What an extraordinary episode that was. And you can see that episode again in our archives on our YouTube channel. Matter of fact, anybody that's watching on our YouTube channel, we would really love it if you subscribe to the channel, Jim Masters TV, the channel you're on right now, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of the amazing, exciting content, daily content we do with the Jim Masters Show Live. Also, their Masters Mantras, inspirational visual and verbal quick videos that we do. They're sort of like TikTok videos in a way, just a little bit longer. We do them on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV, and they have an inspiring and uplifting bent. I still actually do commentary that's inspiring on Facebook at Jim Masters TV. And then we started doing the videos about a year or so ago, and you can find those on our channel as well. So we're bringing back the Lost Art of Conversation here. We have a wonderful guest live and direct from Los Angeles. Emily Ray is here. We're going to talk about the exciting things that she's doing. And again, we're so honored to have all of you here. Our Lovities, they call themselves the Lovities. That's right. That is our viewers around the world are faithful. They call me Mr. Lovity. This is Lovity Hall, and they're part of the Lovity squad. Good evening, Jim and Lovity family. So nice to be here tonight. Kathy Short is in Cleveland. Absolutely. And again, thanks for joining us. We're a little bit later in the hour. Usually our show is 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, but we wanted to accommodate our guest. She started a new job, and we wanted to make sure she didn't have to rush home and then do a quick Clark Kent to Superman change, have some downtime, eat dinner, and then join us afterwards at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Everybody watching on the West Coast. Matter of fact, we welcome everybody who's watching all around the world. We have viewers watching in the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, Asia, you name it, live and in the archives as well. Karen, speaking of that, Karen Campbell Green, good evening, Jim and Lovity family. Let me tell you, we had those oat cake cookies you sent from Nova Scotia, from Cape Breton. They are killer. They are so good. I can't tell, they like shortbread, or they are unbelievably good. Thanks for sending those, Karen. They're half gone already. They are delicious. That was very kind of you to send those. Willie is here. Believe it or not, it's like 2 a.m. where she is in the Netherlands. She's a real trooper, a true Lovity. Hello, my dear Jim and Lovity. It's nice to see you again. Have fun tonight. Thank you very much. Good to see you, Willie. Hope you're feeling and doing well. Jennifer Barry is here. She is Zen in Allentown, Pennsylvania. She loved when we had Rodney Allen Rippey on last night, and she's going to love tonight as well. Merlin is here from Canada, from Inner Kip, Ontario. Hi, Jim and all Lovities. It's good to see you as well. You know, if you had a bad day, if you're turning on the news, it's nothing but drudgery and negativity, stick with us here on the Jim Masters Show Live. I mean, we talk about real topics too, but we have a good time and we try to put smiles on your faces. Good to see you, Merlin, and welcome to the show. Annette Miller is here. Hi, everyone. Hope you're all enjoying a good day. We are, and welcome, Annette. Wonderful to have you here. And of course, love it if you subscribe to the channel as well. And look who is here. I'll give you a hint who is here with the next comment that I show. There's Gilligan. Now I know who you know I'm talking about. That's Bob Denver, right? That's the Gilligan doll, with love from our guest who was on the show, who's coming up in about a week or so as a guest. You know who is here watching. I'm talking about Dreama Denver. Yes, we love Dreama Denver, and she is here as well. Kevin is here. Hello, Lovity Nation. Kevin is here, of course. And thank you very much for the birthday wishes to my mother. And we're going to do a little happy birthday to her towards the end of the show, so stick around for that. Thank you very much, Renee and Willie. Renee is in Iowa. And we welcome everybody who's tuning in today. Lots of great comments, lots of great, wonderful viewer Lovity here pouring in. Andrew, hi, Andrew. It's good to see you here. Welcome. Love it if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is really, really cool. And Jennifer says, this is so cool. I have time to charge me phone so I can talk to Jim, guest, and Lovities. We love that. Of course, we welcome everybody. Mary Bishop says hello. Good to see you, Mary. She is in Florida. Good to see you, Willie. And I love this. This is good stuff. Linda Odell is in Florida. She's one of our regular Lovities in St. Augustine. Good evening, Mr. Lovity. Good evening, Lovities. And Maureen, she dashes from the medical center in Arizona. She works in healthcare and dashes home to get here in time. Just made it. Hello, Jim and Lovedies everywhere. We love what we push the show back an hour to 8 o'clock for Emily and for you, so you can get home in time. Don't you love it? Not a lot of shows would do that. Kathleen Walker is here from New York City. Hey, Jim, hope all is well. Hi, everyone. Good to see you, Kathleen. Always great when you're here. And Wozniak. Anne sent something in the mail. And when we do that little tribute to my mother for her birthday later on, I'm going to show you what I received in the mail this weekend from Anne. You are amazing, Anne. Big hug when we get to see you in person one of these days. Good evening, Jim and all lovedies. She's in the Jacksonville, Florida area. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day and evening. Thank you, Anne. Crystal Nolan. Hi, Jim and everyone. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Looking forward to an exciting show with inspiring conversation and lovedy. Absolutely. Again, stick with us towards the end of the show. We're going to wish my mother a very happy birthday. Great comments coming in from everyone. Renee in Iowa says hi to everybody. Good to see you, Renee. We love when you're tuning in as well. And thanks again for all of the birthday wishes. Good to see Kevin. Kathleen says happy birthday, Mrs. Masters. Thank you very much. We love that. Anne as well, and Linda and Crystal and Dreama Denver. We love Dreama. She's going to be back on our show in just about a week or so. Happy birthday, Mama. Thank you very much, Dreama. We love you. And there's Gilligan. Gilligan, Dreama is always with us here on set. Thank you very much, Merlin. Happy birthday. Yes, Dad was last week and Mom was this week and St. Patrick's Day was in between. Is that not cool? A happy birthday to Mr. and Mrs. Masters. Absolutely. Thank you very much. We all thank you. And Bernice says, honored to be here from Phoenix, Arizona. Thank you, Bernice. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to have you here. And yes, lots of levity. I agree. And happy birthday. Thank you very much. Good to see everybody here. And we welcome our very special guest. One more comment that popped in here. Christine. Hi, all levities. Hi to Dreama, and happy birthday to Mrs. Masters. Thank you, Christine. Love it in North Carolina. And Kevin says, yes, happy birthday to your mom, Jim. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. All right, gang, we have a very special guest here on the show. We're very excited to welcome her to the program. She is a real delight. She's a terrific talent. Emily Ray is here. And if you've seen her work, then you know she's extremely talented, very, very talented. She is a 19-year-old actress and member of SAG-AFTRA in Los Angeles, California, born in Queen Creek, Arizona. Spent the first 11 years of her life living in Goodyear, Arizona. She's been performing all styles of dance since the age of 3. She began competing in dance competitions at the age of 11. Her junior and senior year of high school, she earned a spot on her school's elite dance team where she competed and performed regionally. She stepped onto the stage for the first time at the age of 7, performing Over the Rainbow as Dorothy at her middle school talent show. And she began performing at local theater soon after and found she had a love for stage and acting. At 11, she entered a talent showcase in Orlando, Florida called Talent Inc. and prepared for the showcase months earlier by learning a monologue commercial, performing a song, and performing a dance solo. Showcase judges were talent agents, managers, and talent scouts from big name agencies across the country, including Los Angeles and New York. And Emily was invited to audition in Hollywood and New York for several of these agencies and was signed by the Savage Agency of Hollywood 1 month later. She's appeared in film, television, national commercials, music videos, theater, all over the course of her 8-year career in Los Angeles. And her most notable feature film was a supporting role in the Lifetime movie Hometown Killer. Her short film presentation won multiple awards at the Oscar qualifying film festivals in Los Angeles and New York. She earned a Platinum Award along with her co-star for Best Children Acting Duo at the Independent Shorts Awards Film Festival in Los Angeles. The short has over 1 million views on the Armaletto channel on YouTube. Emily has also appeared in multiple national commercials with T-Mobile, Xfinity, Walmart, the Ad Council, and so much more. She also appeared in John Legend's music video, You and I, Nobody in the World, and lots more. We're going to welcome her to the show live and direct from Los Angeles, California. Let's welcome Emily. Emily, good to see you and welcome to the show, my friend.
Hi, thank you.
How are you? Congratulations on the new job. That's
Thank
really,
you.
really exciting. Moving on up.
Yep.
And congratulations. And I know you had a busy, busy day today. So thanks for popping on. I know when you start a new job, there's nerves and butterflies and you got to get acclimated and all.
Mhm.
But congratulations. You're launching right there into a new world. But acting and dancing and performance really is in your heart and soul. And it has been since that real early age that I just talked about, right, Emily? Tell us about
Yes,
that.
definitely. I mean, I started dancing when I was 3 years old, and I would do my recitals and whatever. And my first play I ever did was in second grade. It was Cinderella, and I was a mouse, and that was when I knew that that's what I wanted to do. And yeah, and then at school I would just be in all the talent shows. I just loved performing ever since I was little.
So, what is it about performing that really speaks to you? What is it? How do you identify and connect with it for you, Emily?
I mean, when I was little, I think it was mostly just I loved the attention on me a lot
Sure,
because I thought it
sure.
was fun, and nowadays even like it's just nice when people like when you look around and you see everyone like smiling at you or like wow, like it just like makes you feel good, because you're making someone happy or you're affecting them in some type of way, like it makes you feel good.
Absolutely. Speaking of feeling good, I don't know if your dad had already whispered in your ear. I know I mentioned to you and I mentioned to all the guests about all the levity that happens on the Jim Masters Show live from me, of course, and the show and all the viewers. Get ready for the levity wave, my friend. Here we go. Kathy Short. Hello, Emily. So nice you are here tonight. Kathy is watching from Cleveland, Ohio, and Ann Wozniak from Florida in the Jacksonville area. Good evening, Emily, and welcome. Merlin's watching from Canada, one of our regular levities. She says, hey, Emily, welcome to Levity Hall. You are now a levity. Isn't that cool? Because, there are Emmys and there are Tellys, Oscars, Peabodys, there's Grammys, there's Tony Awards. But when you get a levity from the Jim Masters Show live and you get it from me and from the viewers, the levities, it's pretty cool, isn't it? I mean, you can go to work tomorrow and say, guess what? I was on the Jim Masters Show last night worldwide and I became a levity.
Yes,
How's it make you
definitely.
feel? Pretty cool, huh?
Very good. I feel all the love coming.
That's it. The love wave coming. Yeah, the world could use more of that. That's for sure. Renee in Iowa says, welcome, Emily. Crystal Nolan watching in Connecticut. Hi, Emily, and welcome to Levity Hall. And Maureen says, it's pretty awesome to welcome a hometown girl, because she's in Arizona as well, to Levity Hall. I'm excited for tonight's conversation. Welcome, Emily. Bernice Gonzalez says, Emily with hearts as well. Mary Bishop in Florida. Welcome, Emily, as well. Hey, Mary, I just want to show you. Look what I've got here. I've got your Pine Island, Florida mug we're using tonight with some nice organic iced tea. Sip, sip. Do you have a cup of anything there? Water, anything near you? We could do a little toast.
I have my tea.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Let's toast. Welcoming you. Cheers. We always welcome the guests. And of course, we welcome all of our viewers watching around the world. So there's the Pine Island, Florida mug, Mary, who sent that to me, one of our lovely viewers. We love Mary. Linda says, good evening, Emily. You're a levity now. And Maureen says, happy birthday to your dear mom. Thank you. We're so happy to be able to celebrate her. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Maureen. And this is wonderful. Kathleen in New York City says, welcome, Emily. That is fantastic. Jennifer Barry says, happy, good, magical, forever. More magical birthdays, Mrs. Masters, Slancha, and Slute. Thank you very much, Jennifer. We appreciate that. Lots of levities here. And love coming your way from all these great comments. Christine in North Carolina. Emily, we're excited to have you with us tonight. Welcome to Levity Hall. You are now a levity. Jennifer Barry in Allentown, Pennsylvania. She's all zen. Hey, Emily, and welcome to the show. Whew, that's a lot of levity.
Definitely.
I like your background. It's cool. I like your setup, the way you got the drapes and they got the whole, it's cool,
Yeah.
We're living in it's a new world, new time. So our homes become, like studios and everything else all of a sudden. So it's really cool. And congratulations on everything that's happened, in your life and career thus far. So I mentioned, just sprinkled in a little bit of some of those cool things that happened in the beginning for you. Tell us about some of the other opportunities that have come your way in the world of dance and acting?
I mean, there's been a lot. One of, as you were saying, I recently won an award for one of the short films I did, and it was for NYU, and they actually flew me out to New York, and I had never been there ever in my life because I've just been like Arizona, California, that type of places. But for the NYU short film, they flew me to New York, so I got to go visit everything. I went with my mom. It was super, super fun. So that was a really cool experience. Also, just I don't know, every time I'm on set, it's something new. Even like when I first started, one of the first things I did was this music video for this group called the CLASSIXX, and they had us like, it was a guerrilla style of filming, so we just got to run around LA, and they had us like swim in a mansion with like this big poofy dress on, and like just like do a bunch of fun stuff, and it was really cool. Like every time I'm on set, it's something new, and there's just more people to meet, and every single time is a new experience, and it's really fun.
That is cool. That is cool. Those are great experiences. So the award, I mean, that's a very special thing to get that award. Kudos and congratulations to you for, attaining that award. So you get the award. What happens from there? Did that open a few more doors and more notoriety when you got that award?
Yeah, I mean, I filmed that a few years ago, so it was just kind of like recirculating. It recently was posted on, I think the YouTube channel is called Omeletto, and it has like over 1 million views. So there was just a lot more people coming to me being like, "Oh, I saw you in this," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So it definitely made a lot more notoriety for that.
I want to show folks, we have a wonderful clip here, which is the Emily Ray demo, showing just a few little things, snippets of some of your work. We actually have some really nice videos, and we have a T-Mobile commercial and a lot of other cool things from your career. And again, congratulations also on the commercials. And I've done a lot of commercials myself and voiceover work, and they're not always easy to, get cast. There's 2 million other people that show up or that, apply, and to get selected is really, really cool. And some of these Walmart and some of these names that you've been in, Xfinity, those are big names,
Thank you.
I mean, it's nice to do a commercial for the local bakery down the street. It's always beautiful, but when you're doing it for Walmart and Xfinity and T-Mobile, that steps up the game a little bit.
Yeah, you definitely don't realize how huge it is until you get on set, and it's like just for 30 seconds, they have a huge, like everything is just crazy.
And how long I've done commercials for a television appliance, very, very well-known one called PC Richard & Son. They're in New York. And we did it was a series of 30-second commercials, but we were on set for 12 hours because they would move the refrigerators and the dishwashers and the televisions and the computers. The director, let's put it here. No, I think actually dishwasher looks better here. You guys stand here. Let's roll tape. You know what? Let's shoot it again, but with the dishwasher on this side. And you know how it's, so you get ready to spend some good time, but it's amazing to really see the process of how they do it all, isn't it? Especially when you're in on it early, like you are, and you're learning, and you're not only the actor, but you're also watching the producer, the director, the lighting people, the makeup people. It takes a team to do it, right?
Yeah, no, I definitely, my family included, we've never watched a movie the same since we started doing this. Like, all you think about is every little detail that gets put into it. And it's so cool because everybody has such an important job that makes like something just for people to be entertained.
I tend to do that too when I'm with family and friends, and I'll say, you know how they got that shot with it looks like they're looking down from above and they swoop in? That's called a jib camera. And it's up above and it goes, whoosh, there's a guy in a chair and they're pushing him and they're operating and it swoops down, and they're like, oh, that's exciting. Let's take a look at the 2020 reel. That's really, really cool, just to get a good sample for our lovely viewers watching around the world. And we welcome everybody to the Jim Masters Show Live. I'm your host, Jim Masters. Emily Ray, brilliant actress and dancer, with us here on the show. And we've got this cool reel. We're going to show you some snippets of some of the extraordinary projects she's had an opportunity to be a part of. And then we'll be back and we'll chat some more. Here it is, gang.
You haven't said 2 words to me all year, and now you tell me you're proud?
I just, we used to be friends, right?
Best friends. I wish we still were. I don't think your new friends would approve.
Come on. They're not that bad. Are they?
What about Nolan? He still calls me Pig Penny, even though I'm not like that anymore.
At first glance, the school boards thought that...
Why are you talking to yourself?
Can you mind your own business?
I need to pee.
Use the downstairs bathroom then.
No, that one has spiders.
So, deal with it.
What are all those red dots on your face?
I don't have red dots on my face.
Yes, you do. They're right there, and there, and there. They're like everywhere.
So?
So, it looks weird.
You're weird.
Maybe you'd be more popular if you didn't have red dots all over your face.
God, Chelsea, I'm so sorry you had to see this. Look, please forgive me. Look, it really wasn't supposed to be like this. He's not a good man. Say something. You know my uncle? Yeah, what about? Me too. You too? Me too. Oh, God.
Very cool. Very cool. Kudos. Kudos. What was it like being a part of that production on Lifetime? I mean, that's cool. That's like Lifetime, Hallmark. I mean, some of the larger channels.
It was really cool. That was like my first bigger movie that I've ever done. So yeah, it was really super cool. Everyone, I mean, it's just a big set, so it's really cool. In the movie, actually, well, the funny thing is that I didn't know this at the time, but when they had, well, my character, basically I was like a flashback of the main girl in it, and so I was her when she was in high school and stuff like that, but she gets bullied at one point, so they had to, how the kids were bullying me is they were painting my face like a clown, so I had to walk around on set one day the entire time just in a clown face, and it was pretty crazy, but it was funny.
So that obviously that story had a great message, positive message in the long run, right? For the little girl that was with you in that scene she was good too, huh?
Yeah.
It was like you guys were sisters.
I know. Yeah. No, we got very close. She was actually her name's Lily Brooks O'Brien, and she was Matilda on Broadway for a while before that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she was so good and so adorable. We like hung out the whole time. So yeah. I
thought she looked familiar. I looked at and she looked very familiar. Bernice says, "Wow, Emily, impressive." Mary Bishop says, "Great acting, Emily." Maureen says, "Brilliant acting." And you got the hands there and prayer from Andrew. That's really, really nice. I want to show also another clip we have here, which is really, really cool. This is that T-Mobile spot. And what was it like when you got that call that they cast you to be in a T-Mobile commercial?
I was so excited.
Yeah.
Just commercials in general are so exciting, but yeah, that was definitely really cool because some of like for the Walmart one, I just had gotten casted like I don't know, the commercial casting is just interesting because when you first go in, like you said, like there's so many people in a room, and then they like have you go down to the second casting and there's less people, and then you never know like what's gonna happen because everybody in there looks exactly like you, so it's really weird. Right. But yeah, when I got the call, I was just so excited, and everyone on that set was so nice, and the grandma and my family and everyone on the set was just super cool.
And how long were you there for? Was it a 1-day shoot or a 2-day shoot?
I believe it was a 1-day shoot, but it was definitely a long time for well, we had to do 2 days. It was 1 day of photos, so we had to take a bunch of family photos to put around the set and everything, and then the next day was when we shot the actual commercial.
That's cool. And that's amazing. And did you see it when it's been airing? Have you seen it air on TV?
I've seen it once. Every time I have things air, all my family's like, "Oh my gosh, I saw you!" And I was like, for the longest time, I had never even seen myself, but everybody around me had seen me. So yeah, when I did finally get to see it, it was really cool. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. Like, I don't even know.
Right, exactly, exactly. It's like when you're told you're a lovity, sort of a tingle you get.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
here's that T-Mobile spot with our very special guest, wonderful actress Emily Ray. Take a look at this, gang.
Grandma never wanted a cell phone, said technology wasn't something to fiddle with, but the family worried about where Grandma spent her days. So her daughter got her a phone from T-Mobile, and things took a turn. It began with texting. Then came the selfie phase. Soon, she was killing zombies. Finally, there was the online dating, where she met Jermaine, who she insisted resembled Paul Newman. But when Casey helped Grandma post photos, everyone realized they had been so worried about how Grandma was, they had never stopped to ask who she was.
You always hear that. That's cool. I mean, it was beautifully produced, and that's a major national commercial. And what was it like working with the actress that was playing the grandmother? She looked very sweet, like she
was
bakes
so
cookies on
sweet.
set or something.
Yeah, she was being so funny. She was making jokes the whole time, and everyone was just, I don't know, everyone on that set was so nice, and she was definitely sweet, and just, we were sitting there talking for a while about about the pictures we were holding and stuff. Yeah, she was really nice.
What's cool is when you work with people like that. Do you remember her name? She probably has worked in a lot of different commercials and shows and stage over the years, movies.
Yeah, I don't remember her name at the moment, but I know when I was talking to her, she had been in a lot of stuff. Like, yeah.
So it's really amazing, when you get a chance to work with people and see how they do it and learn from them and sort of pick up tips. I've always done that in my career in television and radio. I've always paid homage to the people who have done it even longer than I have, and have always respected them and honored them. They paved the way. I've always sort of watched how they've done it and not copy what they do, but sort of incorporate some of the stylistic elements and then make it my own, sort of make it me. I'm sure you do that as well, right? You see people that there's other probably lists of actresses and actors that you really, really love and appreciate. And maybe there's little elements of I like the way she did that. I like the way he did that. I love him when he was in that or she was in that. And then you sort of make it your own as you're performing, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you meet so many people on set every day, even if it's like people, working behind the scenes, like just talking to people and getting their experience is so important. And like, it just like, it helps you understand everything more, and it can help you, exactly like you said, like take little things and be like, oh, okay, like that's interesting. I never thought of it like that, like in general, for so many things. But yeah, that's definitely a big part of it.
Yes, you did a great job in there. And I mean, the other girl, like you were sisters, that seems like that was your grandmother. I mean, and they're, heartwarming and really fantastic. We've got some more here. Now, this is Emily Gracie Showcase. Wanted to mention anything about what this is, what we're going to see, or talk about it after we show it?
We can talk about it after we show it.
So we'll tease them and we'll surprise them, and then we'll do it after. This is a really great one too, Emily. And again, you're really, really very authentic and believable, and that's the key. And I think the three big things in any of this work that any of us do in the public eye is to be believable, to be authentic, and to be relatable. And in just seeing the snippets of the work, as we were producing the show for today's episode, you are all three, which I think is really, really cool. What I mean is sometimes, there are actors and actresses who they overthink it or they try too hard. And somebody we had on the show recently quoted somebody that one of the keys to a very good actor or actress is to make it seem like you're not acting at all, like you're just being that person, that role. It's not like you're overstating it. Hi, I like T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Unless the part calls for over the top, that you're being you and you're being real and relatable. And people, you could still turn on the juice a little bit because it is, entertainment, but they can see the authenticity in your work. And you seem to have grasped that and the understanding of the importance of the relatability, the authenticity with your work.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something that's very important to me. I think when I first had started that's the number one thing that people like, oh, I want to be an actor. And then they think you have to act. But the whole point of it is to like look like you're not acting at all, exactly like you said. And it's some people, like, I don't know, it's hard to get at first because you're like, what? Like, I want to be an actor and I'm not supposed to act. That doesn't make any sense. But
Right.
yeah, but I think also another part that helps with that is just like building like with, if I have a sister and a scene or something, like building the chemistry. Like if you guys are actually talking as friends, you're gonna seem more like friends than if you just met. You're like, okay, now let's pretend that we're like siblings,
Right. Exactly. Right. Exactly. Before we look at that clip, who are some of your favorite actresses and actors of today and maybe even of the past?
Like just in general, out of all actresses,
Yeah.
well, one of my favorites is Rachel McAdams. I like love her just from, well, I have like The Notebook and Mean Girls are two completely different movies, but her characters in both of them are so like distinct and different, but she still plays them like as if that's her completely. And yeah, she's one of my favorite people. And yeah.
How about actors? Any the guys out there like, gee, I would love to act with him. I would like to, be on stage with them, or female actresses as well. Are there people who you're like, boy, it would be a dream to be in something, movie, show, sitcom, whatever it is, with them, because you really like them?
Yeah, so one of my favorites, one of my favorite actors his name's Evan Peters. He's in American Horror Story and all of those episodes, but like I just watched so many interviews of him like talking about his roles because he just is one of those people as of like just like, people who just immerse themselves completely when they get a role, like, and he just takes it. And just, I don't know, just the way that he goes about his acting is just so good because he just like every single role is just completely like he just takes it in and you can tell he just is that person. And I think it's really cool. So I would love to act with him someday.
So he really gives like 110% in what he's doing, and you can see that and sort of chime in with it. I'm sure that's probably your approach too. When you're like all in, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's another thing is it's not like I'm, some people have like tens of thousands of things all the time. Like if I have one thing, I'm gonna put myself into it completely because that's what I'm focusing on and that's what I want to do. So if you just halfway do everything, you're never going to get, better and better. You have to go completely into every single thing you do, even in life in general. But yeah.
Exactly. And we have more evidence, more confirmation of that with the Emily Gracie showcase reel. Let's take a look at that, and then we'll come back and chat about it. Our very special guest on the Jim Masters Show live, and we are live worldwide, is Emily Ray. Good to have her here.
I'm gonna drop out of the show.
What?
No, this is silly. Why would you even say something so crazy?
I knew you wouldn't understand. And why would you? You're always Little Miss Perfect all the time, and I'm sick of it.
You know what, Blanche? It's always been about how you feel. Have you ever even thought about how I might feel? How maybe I have my own problems too? But I can't complain about my problems because I have to be perfect all the time. I can't even think about things like fun stuff like pleasing the audience. I have to worry about getting every single step right all the time. And if I do mess up, I just have to get it together and keep on going. I don't get to freak out like you do. So don't come complaining to me anymore about your problems because I'm officially done listening.
Good. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Fantastic. And maybe you should drop out of the show, because ballet is all about dedication, and you're just a quitter.
Really well done. I mean, that was. Tell us about that role and being involved in that project. And again, you guys, it was like you were sisters.
Yeah.
The casting people they're really great, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. So that was my little sister in real life.
That is your sister.
Yeah, that was my real little sister.
Well, your parents are the executive producers, as I say. They are mine and my sister's executive producers, and they're your executive producers. So great casting, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, that was I don't know how, I was probably around like 11 years old in that clip, I think. That was like one of my first, I mean, it was, I had one of my first acting teachers, her name's Deborah Lemon. She would have these like on-camera workshops where she just, would give us a scene and get her cameras, and we just film scenes. That was like the first time I'd ever been on camera ever, basically. So we would just practice, and working with my sister is different than working with someone else, but yeah, it was fun.
So is your sister pursuing acting as well, or was it just a one-shot deal for her then?
So she used to do a lot of acting. She's going into high school now. She's a freshman, so she kind of is like laying off of it a little bit, wants to just be public school and experience normal life and all that.
Wow. That time flew, huh? She's going into high school.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Time flies, but that's great. I mean, to have had an opportunity to do something with her, and you never know, that may come again. It's a small world, and there may be another project where you are doing that. So that's cool. You'll always have that to look at. We have something else too. This is Emily Ray, and this is Fail. Did you want to mention anything about this, or you want to watch it and then?
We can just watch it and then see.
And then we'll do a synopsis after. Are some of these videos surprising you?
Yes, yes, they are.
Well, we have connections. We have our sources that send us what we need. And I know who we're talking about. Yep. And sent with love. All right, let's take a look at this one. This is a cool one too. That is I mean, that's so quick. We got to show it again. Wow. Oh my God. That poor you and that poor television. What was happening there? What was that was sent to us, and I know you're loving that it was sent to us, aren't you?
Definitely.
If you put that on, was that on TikTok or something? That would be like viral in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah. That was an old video. Yeah, but I had just gotten a turn board, which is it's like this thing. It looks kind of like a banana kind of thing, and then it just spins for you. So you just put your foot on there and you just kind of go. Yeah. I had never used it before, and that was my first time. So my niece was recording me, and I just had a little fail, but it was fine.
Because Renee and Ira goes, whoops, and Maureen goes, ouch, was that for real? And it was real, right? You actually backed into the television set.
Yeah, I actually had I knew I hit the TV, but we didn't even realize that because we watched it back in slow motion, and that's when we saw the TV just completely flash, and we were like, oh my God, that's crazy.
That was some sort of Star Wars Twilight Zone moment or something.
Yeah.
The opening of a UFO show or something. That is really amazing. But you're a great dancer. You're a prolific dancer, right? Tell us about, we're looking at some of the acting prowess here, but like you mentioned, you love dance. Tell us about your first involvement with dance.
So I started dancing when I was 3, and I just did the baby classes, or just ballet and tap and stuff like that. I think I started doing competitions in middle school I was in a dance team in Arizona. So we did, jazz and ballet and lyrical and everything basically. And then in high school is when I started getting more into hip hop. Once I moved to California, because Arizona has hip hop and stuff, but at my studio, we weren't really focused on it. So once I moved to California is when I started going to Millennium Dance Complex and IDA and like all these places here that are a lot more like focused on, that kind of dancing. And then, I auditioned. I actually, the first day of school, I went in at lunch. I was supposed to do PE when I first got there, and I'd never done PE before because I've been homeschooled for middle school. So my first day of high school, I was supposed to do PE, but then I went in at lunch to go to the dance teacher, and I was like, can I audition to be in dance? And she's like, oh gosh, okay, like go ahead, because everybody wanted to be in dance. And then she just had me like improv for like 30 seconds, and then I just did whatever I could do. And she's like, okay, yeah, you can be in dance. And I was like, okay, cool.
And that was that.
Yeah.
Well, we have a clip here, another fantastic clip. And this particular clip, I believe you are in school and you're doing, it's part of like a competition. So we're going to take a look, dancing, of course, we're going to take a look at this and share it with everybody. And I think they're going to love it. It's a short clip, like a minute and a half, but take a look at some of incredible dancing that is done by Emily here. This is in high school. Here we go.
Next, from John Burroughs High School, Emily Hoffman.
What is that dance you're doing? What kind of dance is that? That's really incredible.
It's like contemporary, but a little bit of acro because that's what I love to do. But I choreographed it myself, which I had never done before, so it was super scary.
Yeah, that is amazing. Look at that. Now, to pull that off, I mean, obviously you have to be physically fit and there's a lot of training involved, but the amount of practice, I mean, look at that, the amount of practice that it takes to be able to not only choreograph it, but to pull it off. And on a basketball floor, which tends to have extra shine and wax. Yeah. How long to prepare for something like that? I know there's music that goes with that, but more than likely YouTube is probably tamping down the music because maybe copyright or something, maybe the music's copyrighted music, so they're probably tamping that down. But at least we're seeing, look at, I mean, all right, lovedies, how many of you can do what you're seeing on the screen? How many can you bend and twist and do? This is like, so how long did it take to actually do this and prepare for this?
So they had auditions for solos like in the beginning of, so this is my senior year, so this was last year.
That's incredible. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. In the beginning of the school year, they had auditions for solos, and they gave us like, I think like a couple weeks to come up with like 15 seconds of a dance, and if we got it, then we would be able to do the whole solo. So that was in the beginning of the year, and then we didn't end up doing competitions until the second half of the school year. So like February, March was our main competition season. So that was in like February or March, and I had been rehearsing and choreographing this since probably like August, September or something like that. But yeah, so definitely a while. And then same with, we train like just regular training and workouts and everything like every single day for like, I think I danced like 3 hours at school, just at school every day. And then that's not including everything outside of that. So yeah.
Wow. Now, do you, sometimes they ask this question when somebody does multiple things, like if they're a singer and an actor, or they're a this or a that, not just performance, but sometimes, you know, we all do, I wear many different hats. We all do a lot of different things in our life. Are you an actress who dances, a dancer who acts? What speaks to your heart first for you, Emily?
I think first is definitely acting. I mean, I've been dancing forever, but I still have such a love for dance, but what I think I'm, not only what I think I'm best at, but I also think I just love the most is acting.
Yeah. Oh, look what they're saying. Maureen says, what a beautiful dancer you are. That was fantastic. Great dancing from Mary. Such talent. And Anne says, wonder what it would be like to be able to move like that. I'll never know. Beautiful. Merlin in Canada wanted to know, when you did the spin and fell back towards the TV, did you hurt yourself?
No, I was more scared about the TV being broken so I wouldn't get in trouble. That was my main fear.
Oh, you were alone, so you had the camera set up. You were filming yourself, sort of
Yeah, it was.
rehearsing.
Well, my niece was recording me, but it was just us, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, like, what if it's broken?" And then they're gonna be mad. And, yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh boy, that's incredible. So how often do you get a chance? You know, you started a new job now too. And again, congratulations on that today. How often do you get a chance to really dance? And do you have to fine tune? Do you have to keep up on the latest trends and moves and dances and keep everything sort of nimble and agile?
Yeah. So, well, recently, obviously, because of quarantine, like every dance studio has been shut down for a
Yeah.
long time. So a lot of it has been home based. But with how it works, like when I was probably, well, basically when I first moved here, and this is the first time I had ever not been with a dance studio, I kind of just didn't ever stretch or like practice. I was like, oh, it's fine. Like I've been like super flexible since I was little. Like I'm fine. But then I went like a few years without, I mean, I danced every once in a while, but I would not like stretch. And then I went to high school and was like, oh my gosh, I am not as flexible as I used to be. So it's definitely something that you have to like keep up. Otherwise, you know, you'll still always have the memory of certain things, but like you won't be able to actually do it because it's hard. So yeah.
It is. It is. Any thought to ever, you know, joining a dance troupe or Rockette on Broadway, or, you know, getting into that world in a full-time basis? Or do you really want to pursue, and you and I were chatting about this a little bit before we went live on the air on the show, more into television and film and stage work, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to do that, but I think what my dream would be something like a show where I'm just like a dancer, or where like stuff like that happens, or even like a musical would be so fun. Like I'd rather use it towards acting wise, I think would be my like favorite thing ever.
Merlin asks, what music do you dance to? When you dance, what's the music that you dance to first?
It was Sam Smith Latch, but it was the acoustic version.
Oh, nice. And then ordinarily, if you're dancing, do you just throw some music on and start dancing?
Yeah, it just depends on my mood. Like if I'm like improvising or doing contemporary, I'll just play like slower songs like Ed Sheeran and stuff like that vibe. And then if I'm like stretching and stuff, sometimes it's nice to play like quicker, faster, like pumpy stuff, kind of like when you're working out. But yeah.
That's cool. You know, we've got another video.
Oh gosh.
This is your life. And it's great too. People getting a chance to really appreciate your abilities, not only as a dancer, but as a wonderful actor, and a little bit more about Emily, the person. And that's one of the fabulous things we tend to do and bring out here on our show. And I love that. This is Discover the Forest, this clip. Want to watch it and then we'll chat about it after?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Enjoy. Here's more of Emily doing her thing.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
That is very cool. Again, another national spot there. And where did they film that? Where was that? Was that an actual forest?
Yeah, it was in I'm trying to remember which mountains it was in. It was in whatever the mountains are in California by like, I think by Dodger Stadium, around there or something. There's some like mountains, I forget what they're called, but we had to drive like all the way up them, and then it was like deep in it was crazy that it was a forest like in the mountains, but yeah, it was a real forest. So it was freezing.
It was freezing. So what time of year was that filmed?
You know what? I don't remember. I just know I was so cold, and they would have like jackets waiting for me between every single take because it was so cold. But yeah, and they had like this big like, I don't even know, like tent kind of thing for the moon, and like they had like just like a huge light, and then they would have like everybody had fishing poles for all the fireflies going around.
Oh, is that? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. How long were you on set or in the forest doing that shot there, that spot?
For a while, I think. I mean, I was younger, so probably for like, I think like I don't know, maybe up to 8 hours or something like that. But yeah, it was a while.
That is really, really cool. Marty Thompson is watching from Nashville. He's a wonderful entertainer. He's originally from Australia. He says, good day, mates, to all the lovely Sheilas and blokes. Don't you just love those Australian and European words? Bloke, like buddy, like friend. Emily, where did you study dance, and what is your favorite style of dance you like to perform?
So until I was 11, I danced in Arizona at this studio called Take 5 Dance Academy. It's in, I think, Avondale, Arizona. It's just a little studio, but yeah. And then when I went to California, I would go to a bunch of different dance studios just around. My favorite style of dance is contemporary. I think that's my number one. And acro. I love acro. So yeah.
Very, very cool. So, what was the response to that spot that you did in the forest? That's a great spot.
Yeah, that was the first like national anything I had ever done. So when my family started seeing it and everybody started seeing it, I was like, that was when I was like, oh my gosh, like this is real, this is crazy, like everybody can see me on TV. Yeah, it was super exciting. We'd always seen like they had asked me after the commercial if I wanted to do like a print thing for it too, and I said yes. So we never knew where that went, but they always had a big posters on road signs and stuff for the same company. So I was like, oh my gosh, like what if I'm on a poster board or something, or like a billboard?
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was definitely really cool. It was very like eye-opening to like how real, this whole industry was and everything that I was doing was. So yeah.
The combination of the dancing along with the acting does sound a lot like a musical, like even a Broadway production or off-Broadway production, because they do, combine those two worlds so beautifully. How about also, somebody had mentioned, I think it's Merlin in Canada, she said, Dancing with the Stars.
I would love to do that someday.
So if anybody's watching from Dancing with the Stars, ring her up, ring her up. So do you like, as far as the acting, do you like, from your performance aspect side of it, do you like comedy, drama, thrillers, suspense? What speaks to you first in terms of, boy, I really love acting when we're doing this kind of role?
I mean, I love everything, of course. I love comedy, but I feel like what I'm best at, or what I'm most like, I don't know, I love like drama, like diving into deeper. I mean, everything has like a deep part of it, obviously, even comedy, but with drama, it's just like digging into the character and everything like that, I think is really cool and interesting and fun to do. So yeah.
Yeah. How about writing? Do you ever write? I know some people that are performers, whether they're singers and become songwriters, or actors that start to delve into like scripts and stories that they even think up, whether they do an independent film, maybe a short, whatever it is, even just sometimes a low budget thing with friends, just to get it out there at film festivals and things of that nature. Do you do any writing or scripting, or have a desire to do some of that work down the line?
I don't think I'm the best writer. I've done it. I've been like, pretty much a lot of acting classes. My acting coach right now, Kevin Sizemore, makes us do a lot.
Kevin was the guest on the show. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's so good. He makes us do a lot of writing, and it's not my favorite thing, but I can do it. So yeah.
He was in that great CBS series Under the Dome on CBS. Did you see that when that was on? I think that was a Stephen King. That came from a Stephen King novel. We talked about that when he was on. That was really cool. It didn't last forever on CBS, but it was just really, really good. They were the whole town was trapped under this clear dome situation. Can you imagine acting in sort of that kind of an atmosphere?
I know.
Now, when you look forward at some of the things that you would love to do, what are some of the dreams that you have? Obviously, you're working full time. There's the schooling. You have all of this that you've done at a very early age so far, which is really exciting. You're already ahead of the game, and you have a real thirst, passion for it, and a real understanding of what it's about. I mean, a lot of people that I've talked to, and even I know, to go into any of these arts and any of the creative and entertainment world, anything we're in the public eye that demands so much of you, you have to really love it. You have to love it because there's the hours and the sacrifice and the blood, sweat, and tears and rejection. Not everybody always says yes to everything. So for you, when you look forward at some of the things that you would love to do you have some sort of dream projects, dream ideas that, oh, if I, for some people, it's like, I just want to be in a movie. I'd like to be on a sitcom. I'd like to have a hit song. I would like to be a Broadway star, whatever it may be. Do you have a set goal like that? Or are you like, you know what? I'm open to all of it. And as it comes, I'll do it. And then down the line, sort of form who and what I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think I'm very like, I just love acting so much. Anything that I, would come across or anything like that would be fine with me. But I would love to do absolutely anything. One of my like mini like goals that is just like for myself is just, I think it'd be so fun to be in like a teen romance movie, like The Fault in Our Stars and The Kissing Booth and that type of thing. I love those movies. So one day if I ever did that, I think I'd be like really happy.
What if a reality show developed and they said, hey, we want you to be part of a reality show? What would you say about that? I know you'd have to run it through mom and dad. Depends on what the reality show is because there's all different kinds.
Yeah, it definitely depends. But me and my family recently, I've been watching so many new ones have come up and stuff. I think it'd be so fun, to be honest. Like, as long as it's like, if it's something like some like Fear Factor or something, I could not do that because I couldn't eat bugs or something.
That's a rough one. I don't think I would sign up for that either. It was rough just even watching that when it was on TV.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Oh, I think it was Joe Rogan that hosted that one. Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah. Something like, like Big Brother or something like that, I think would be really fun.
Yeah, Big Brother or what, Survivor, some of these other cool ones that they have. So when you look at some of the work that you've done, it's really cool, isn't it? I mean, some of these experiences you've had probably are beyond anything that you would have thought would have even come your way so soon. You've had some really great opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, it's really crazy to think about, like, even just when I was younger, I would have never expected, like, me to be in California, let alone doing all these, like, super cool things. Like, I remember when I was first moving, all my friends, like, because I was only in, like, going into 6th grade, so all my friends were like, what? Like, you're being an actress? And then they look at my stuff, and we would all just be like, oh my gosh, like, this is crazy. Like, I don't know, it's definitely so cool, and it's all, like, my parents are so supportive, so that it was definitely a huge help and everything. So yeah.
That's numero uno. That's job number one. When you have parents they guide you, they don't dictate, but they don't over manage, like, the stage dad, stage mom you always hear about. They're there to mentor and guide and support and reassure, make sure things are, taken care of on the up and up, all the things that you have to do, but allow you the freedom to figure yourself out and to test the waters and, sort of find your way and fine tune and build who you are. Mm-hmm. That kind of understated, loving guidance is really important, right? Because you always know they've got your back. They're not there, necessarily holding your hand, but, they're not on set right there. They maybe when you were 8, they were, but, they're there, but yet they're over here letting you do your thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, they've been so supportive, and with me and my sister the entire time we've been here, like, they've just been like, whenever you don't want to do it, just let us know and it's fine. Like, it's okay. Like, just, I don't know, just in general for everything, they've always been like that. And it's been super nice. And it also just makes like me feel more like, kind of independent in some ways, where like I'm making the decision to want to do this, so I'm going to put in the work because I'm here for it, because I want to do it, you know, like not because they want me to, but I know that if I ever needed anything, they would be there to help me and to hold my hand if I need it and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Babette. We love that. In Nashville, the Jim Masters Show is becoming our new date night. Thank you very much. Emily, you seem so very down to earth and grounded, and that's a very important thing. And I always say that starts with the family dynamic and the parents and the atmosphere that's been fostered. That's a really great, solid, beginning. So much talent. Do you sing or play an instrument as well? She asks, Babette. Good to see you, Babette. Welcome.
So I do sing. I've been singing since I was little. I just get a little nervous to sing sometimes in front of people, but I'm super like I could sing. But yeah, and then another thing, I used to play the piano a lot, but I haven't played it as much anymore, but I do play the piano.
That's great. That's great. So do you see maybe a little of that? Would you ever pursue some of that as well and cut a CD or something?
If something called for it, like acting wise, then I would.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm gonna be like a,
Pop
on
star.
stage by myself. Yeah.
Merlin in Canada asks, are you still in school of any kind? Still in school?
So I just graduated, so I'm doing online school for right now, but I'm waiting for it to switch back into like real life for college and everything like that. But yeah, just community college for now.
What are you studying? What's the emphasis in college for you?
So I don't have anything right now, but my goal is to do something not like performance related, just so I can have,
A backup
different
plan.
things. Yeah, exactly. But I don't know yet. I really like math. So something maybe having to do with that.
So that's good. So you'll be able to, as you pursue the acting career further, you'll be able to do your own books.
Yeah.
Which we're like, no, we agreed to 1,000 and not 800, which is really, really good. So why do you love this so much? Obviously, it's in your, like I mentioned earlier at the top of the show, it's in your heart, it's in your soul. It's not everybody, could pull it off. Not everybody has the desire to be out front, to have the lights and cameras on them. It takes a lot of resilience and stamina, and you have to be patient because a lot of times you have to shoot it. If you're not doing live, like we're live right now, so this isn't edited, we don't have to reshoot anything. Although there's a lot of people who are afraid of doing things live too, because people are watching, we're live, we can't redo it. We can't, say it again or any of that. For me, I love live television, live radio, live stage work, because it's like a sport. It's like all my cylinders are firing. As much as I look calm, cool, collected, which I am inside, everything, I'm aware of everything that's going on. And it's like the adrenaline is really rolling, and it's like a sport for me, like all cylinders are firing. It's a challenge. Do you like things live too, like when you're on stage performing with an audience and getting the reaction of the audience? Or do you prefer things where it's like acted and filmed and recorded, and then they can sweeten it later, or you can shoot it again? Some people have a preference.
Honestly, I really like both. It just depends on certain, like, I think the on camera is cool because it's on camera acting, which is just so different from, anything with a live audience, like right in front of you. So that's just like something I love, but also like having the audience there to react to everything you're doing just makes, it's instant gratification instead of like, when it's on camera, you don't know how anyone's going to react until after it comes out, and then you have to wait and see. So I think both definitely have their things that are great about them.
Marty had asked, any interest in Broadway? Would that be, if that ever came and they said, hey, we've got this new Broadway show and you'd be right for it, is that something that is on your list of, that would be cool?
I think that would be really cool. I think if I could grow my confidence in singing and continue working on that where I got like super confident, then yeah, definitely. Because that would be so like fun, and I don't know, that'd be really cool.
What about as far as a place around the world where you would like to travel to? Like if there was a situation, as time went on, and the experience grew and the schooling was wrapping, where you got an opportunity to perform something, a production, a play, shoot a movie, a television series on location somewhere. Are there places, whether it's right here in the United States or around the world, where are like dream places? Oh boy, wouldn't it be wonderful if we got picked to cast for a project and they shot it here on this island or in this city? Are there places around the world that you would love to travel to?
Yeah, I mean, I've never been out of the country. Like, I've been on a cruise to Mexico for like a day, but that's it. So literally anywhere sounds so cool. I think it's so cool when they like film things, and they're set in like Hawaii or like, the Bahamas or wherever, and they actually film on location. Like, that would be so cool, I think.
Yes, sign me up.
Mhm.
You can act and I'll host it. Yeah, absolutely. Modeling too has come into your life over there. That's a great shot. We use that for our promo for the show. Tell us about some of the modeling opportunities that have also come your way, Emily.
Yeah, so I haven't done a whole lot of modeling. It was kind of, especially because I'm not like tall enough anymore, but when I was younger, I did it a lot more. Just a lot of like, there's fit modeling and there's modeling for, my family did what's it called? I forget what it's called. A brochure thing for this company. Yeah, and just stuff like that. It's definitely something that I would love to do if I ever got the opportunity to. I think it's really it's definitely hard. It's a lot harder than a lot of people think it is, but yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, it takes a lot of hours and shooting, and they want everything to be perfect and exact, and everything around you, even the atmosphere, the lighting. If you're at a restaurant and they're shooting and it's a food thing, they want you to be there, for hours getting it perfect. That's great that you had an opportunity to whet your appetite and sort of really get a taste for what modeling is all about and understand what goes into it. Here's another shot. Tell us about this, because this is something very special presentation. Tell us about that. Good idea. I'll take a sip too.
Sorry. So this was the film that I had filmed in New York for NYU. It was Danielle Komp's thesis film for her senior year at NYU. Yeah, it was just everything about it was super cool. I mean, it was a good story. It had an amazing message for people in general. It was, I don't know, it was a really nice film to do. And I got to go to New York, so that was cool.
Now, what was that like? How long were you in New York, and how long was that project?
I believe I went there for about a week, and we filmed. There was only one day that we didn't film, which is when me and my mom went exploring. But yeah, we stayed in, I think it was...
Exploring also means shopping?
Exploring means everything. We went to Times Square and saw the Lady Liberty and all that stuff.
Statue of Liberty, yeah. Empire State Building, yeah. Did you enjoy New York?
Yeah, it's crazy how different it is from California. Like, they're both crazy, but in their own complete different ways.
Yeah, the East Coast and the West, absolutely. So that was cool. That was garnered a lot of awards and notoriety, and so that's a real feather in your cap. Congratulations on that as well. That's really, really cool. We have something else here too. Oh, of course. That looks very familiar, right?
Yes.
White Skies, Black Mingo, your dad's book as well. And again, kudos to and congratulations to your dad. I have a couple of more really cool photos I wanted to show people as well. Very nice, expressive headshots as well. The sign of a really good photographer, they always say, is when the photographer is able to catch the certain expression or the soul in the eyes. And here you can really see that photographer, whoever you used, really captured something in the eyes there. What do you see when you see yourself with that expression?
That's a hard question. I don't know. I just see like I don't
your,
like looking at myself that much like
that
that.
you've been standing there all day and your feet are killing you?
No, no. I mean, I try to definitely. There's a thing that they say like just to smile with your eyes, basically, and like you don't have to have any expression on your face, but in your eyes you can tell so many different kinds of things and stuff. So yeah.
That's fantastic. Emily has a bright future ahead. GKG Productions. Welcome, GKG Production. We love having you here, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would love it. Maureen says, there is truly nothing you can't do. Your ambition will serve you well throughout your blooming career. And Marty says, Australia would love her. That's wonderful. And how do you handle rejection? You know, sometimes that does happen. Rejection. How do you handle it? Do you just say, you know what, maybe that wasn't meant to be, let's move on to the next thing, next opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, in this industry, rejection is basically like, I'd say 75% of the entire thing. I mean, you're gonna, like, I had someone once tell me when I first started that that people, like, someone came up to him and they're like, oh, I've gone on 10 auditions and I haven't booked one. He's like, okay, come back when you've been on 100 auditions and I haven't booked one. Because it's really like, it's crazy. And there's a lot of young people that have never experienced that before, and then they come and think everything's just gonna, get handed right to them. But it's definitely a lot of that stuff. I think just the easiest thing is, like, there's so many people trying to do the exact same thing that it could be because of your look. It could be because they like how tall she was and the outfit fits her better. There's just so many different reasons for why they choose who they do. So for any role or anything like that. So it's just, you just can't get caught up in like, oh my God, I suck or whatever. Like, cause it's not about that at all. It's just, and obviously if it is something like a correction that they would give you or something like that, you just take it in as constructive criticism and move on to the next thing. Like, you can't get held up on certain things. But it is hard. My little sister had booked a role, and then they ended up switching it because the other girl had something else that they wanted. So they had booked her, and then they were like, oh, just kidding. And that was something that was really hard, obviously, because she got, we all got so excited for her, and then it was like, oh, just kidding. So things like that happen a lot. But you just have to just think, oh, well, there's always a reason for everything. And this just wasn't meant for me, maybe the next thing will be, and so on. And yeah.
Somehow I see in the future, you're going to have an acting school and you're going to be teaching others, because everything you just said is so spot on. And you've learned that early, which I think is really, really cool and very special, because sometimes people don't learn that until later on. And then they're disappointed and dejected, and they just don't understand, things spiral down. But so you've got that, like some of the viewers or lovely viewers have said, you've got this grounded nature about you. I think that is perfect for what you do, because you really understand that life is a forward movement, and some things are meant to be and sometimes they're not meant to be. So if you just keep growing and creating and learning, because everything is a teachable moment, and you just keep getting better at your craft, that's the way to go about it. What are some things that you do to continue to hone your skills, fine tune, and stay up to date and fresh as an actress?
I mean, one thing is just staying in acting class helps so much. Like I said with Kevin Sizemore, every single week we do something completely different. So like, maybe some people aren't comfortable with certain things, but like if someone hates comedy, he'll be like, okay, we're doing comedy. Like, that's just how he is, at least with everything. So it's super helpful to just get out of your comfort zone constantly. And I used to take improv classes, and at first that was like crazy, because it's just like you have no time to think about anything. You have to just be so just careless and be able to just give out everything you have without even thinking of it. So a lot of things like that are really helpful with just continuing to grow and things like that.
That's cool. That's right. Do you like improv? Because I love improv too. This is kind of like host improv here. I love the challenge of it, because they either throw something at you and you have to make something of it. Wayne Brady is amazing at that. You know him. He hosts Let's Make a Deal, but they had that other show, Whose Line Is It Anyway? And I think you could see clips of that on YouTube. And that was on ABC, where he and some of the actors and actresses, I think it was Drew Carey was hosting that before he started hosting Price is Right. And they would throw certain things at the actors and actresses. And then they had to all of a sudden improv like a scenario and a story, maybe one sentence or one scenario they'd say. And then on the spot, they'd have to come up with some sort of storyline. Each of them would have to bounce off each other, and it would be hilarious, and it would just roll. You got to think fast on your feet. So it's great training. It's, really energetic. Do you like improv when you're thrown out there and say, okay, make something happen with this milk? And you got to come up with this whole thing on milk.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little bit scary, especially just because you just have no idea, like you literally don't know anything. So it's a little scary, but I think it's so fun. And when it works, you're like, wow, like I just came up with that whole thing, like without even thinking of it. So
I did that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun. I think it's super fun.
Merlin, this is a whole new thing that's happening too. And I've had to do some of this as well with some freelance work. Do you like self-taping? It was at a time when you would go to the casting office, or you would go to wherever and do the audition there on location. But now self-taping is, a lot of what they're doing. Do you like doing that at home, self-taping?
So I think there's good things about it. I think it's nice, obviously, because you can just redo scenes as much as you want, which is super helpful because, you can send in the best that you have. The only thing I just miss having like being able to like connect with people in the room right in front of you, I think is super important, just because when you're doing a scene, like, I don't know, if you're looking at someone and they're looking at you, I feel like you can just feel the emotion a lot more. And like also just talking to, casting directors and stuff, letting them know your actual personality and things like that. I think that's what I mainly miss about going in person to auditions.
That's what a lot of actors are saying. Some of them really like the self-taping because you can sort of redo and sort of perfect it, unless it's something that's, done, we need it in 2 hours or something. Then you got to throw something together quick. But there is something about the relationship you form with producers and the casting people and other actors and actresses that you see in the room. Sometimes, I mean, I know in New York, I've been, and throughout where I've gone to different castings for commercials and corporate videos, infomercial hosting, industrials, where, or voiceovers, where you see some of the same talent. Oh, hey, Bob, or hey, Brenda, you're here for this too. Or you'll go to the casting office and there's all these different casting rooms, and that group is going for the Walmart commercial and this group is going for the McDonald's commercial, but you've seen them before and they're friends. Well, good luck on the McDonald's commercial, good luck on the Walmart commercial. So it becomes like it's competitive, but yet it's a close-knit community where you're sort of rooting for one another as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like there's a lot of people, but it's a really small world. And once you figure out which people are your like same, age type, like look like you, then you're just going to keep seeing the same people over and over again.
It's like a lot of twin sisters.
Yeah.
How about voiceover work, doing voiceovers for animations, video games, commercials, where it's just the voice? I've had the fortune, because of probably a lot of the radio I've done too, to do fair amount of that, and that's a great area to be a part of. Have you lent your voice for voiceover work as well?
Yeah, so I've done like, like ADR for films and things like that, but I've always been interested in voiceover. I think it's really cool. I've taken classes for it. I just haven't had a lot of opportunities to, dive into that yet, but I think it's really cool and I would love to do that.
That's a good area. Good luck with that too. When you look at all of this, and I know you got a lot on your plate, again, congratulations with the award and the accolades and having, a loving family supporting you. That's number one. I've always had that, and we've all had that, and that we've been very blessed with it. Makes a world of difference. But also, you're done schooling, you're going to school, you're working, while still pursuing this love of the arts. what would you say are some of those great blessings and joys in your life that continue to inspire you to do this wonderful pursuit, this wonderful train you're on of creativity, and wanting to act and perform, probably for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I mean, I think my main, like, just motivation and things that inspire me is my family. Like, just, I don't know, just all of, like, everyone, my sister, my parents, I have other, like, people in my family and stuff. And, that just, everybody is just so loving towards me and supportive of me. I just want to, like, I don't know, it makes me happy when I see them happy and they get so excited for things I'm doing. So it obviously makes me even more like, yeah, like, okay, like, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, just seeing them happy makes me happy and makes me want to just keep doing things and being like at the end of, in life, just being like, look what I've done, like everything like that, and being able to take care of myself and thank them. And eventually, if that ever happens, be able to give back and do everything I can for them. I think that would be really cool. So yeah.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. I'm sure your family right now, kind of like when the home team wins, they're probably going, yeah, you can hear them all cheering and clapping in probably other rooms and in their homes. Beautifully said, my friend. Emily, you really are wonderful. You've got a great spirit, and you're really following your dream and your dreams. And I think you're doing it the right way with the support and love of family. And, you really understand a lot of how it all works and what it's all about, and that it isn't just all glamour and glitz. And if that comes, that's part of the icing on the cake, but it's the love of the work and want to express yourself and share it with the world that makes the difference. Work that really, leaves an impact on not only your life, but those who are the viewers and consumers of what you do. Like Mary says, it was great meeting you, Emily. Kudos to your parents for raising such a lovely, grounded young lady. And that's really, really cool. And that's what it's all about. You're amazing, my friend. I wish you, I toast you, and I wish you continued success in everything that you do. Cheers. You got any tea left in there? And let's stay in touch. Keep me posted as you have new projects, new exciting things that are coming up. Websites, is there a website people can go to learn more about you, things of that nature, if they also want to follow some of the cool things that you're working on and you're doing that are happening in your life?
Yeah. Thank you so much for everything, for having me. So my website is just www.emilyray.com, same way it's spelled. And then I have my Instagram is EmilyRayXOXO. And yeah, those are my main things. Yeah, a lot of my stuff is on my dad's socials also. He loves posting about everything I'm doing.
He's good, right? He's a great promo team.
Yeah, definitely. So his name's Kevin Miller. And yeah, that's basically everything.
Well, I certainly hope the show met whatever expectations you had, Emily, and you enjoyed your time with me as much as I certainly have with you.
Yeah, it definitely did. Thank you so much for everything. It was nice meeting you and talking to all these amazing people.
Oh, thank you very much. We appreciate it. I just want to show you some of the cool comments coming in here from the lovely audience. And this picture too, I just want to show this. That's a cool shot. That's a really cool shot too. When was this one taken?
I believe this was a couple years ago. I'm supposed to take
really nice
more headshots this year in like a couple months. So
yeah, that's a nice shot too. Just to really, again, the expression, the photographer caught something in the eyes, which is really important. Show you some of the lovely comments from our viewers around the world, my friend. Merlin in Canada says, you are a lovely young lady and good luck in the future. And Bernice Gonzalez, great interview, Emily. Thank you very much. We, we don't even really call them interviews. We call them, didn't feel like an interview, right? It's more like like two friends chatting. It's more like a conversation. That's how I always like to do it. Thanks for sharing your experience. Great job, Annette and Kevin. Absolutely. And Maureen, and good to have you with us, Bernice. Hope you watch more often. We are here every night, generally 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Which if you miss anything, you can watch it in the archives on our YouTube channel at Gym Masters TV. And anybody watching on YouTube, we would love it if you subscribe to the channel. They should subscribe to the Gym Masters TV channel, right, Emily?
Yes, definitely.
That's it. Keep shining, Emily. Reach for those stars and go for everything that makes you happy. That's from Maureen, also in Arizona. Beautiful words. Kathy Short in Cleveland. Thanks, Emily, for sharing so much with us. That's very nice to say. And Ann Wozniak in the Jacksonville area in Florida. Thank you, Emily, for a great evening. You are so talented and a beautiful young lady. You want to almost print these out, don't you?
Yeah.
When they say nice things about me too, I'm like, how do I print this out and put it on billboards on the highway? Thank you, Emily, for being here with us tonight. From Renee, Oscar watching in Iowa, USA. Kathleen in New York City. Thanks, Emily, and take care. Kathleen Walker. Mary Bishop in Florida as well. It was great meeting you, Emily. Kudos to your parents for raising such a lovely, grounded young lady. Very nice comment as well. Bernice Gonzalez. Thanks, Gym Masters. Great show. You are very, very welcome, Bernice. I really appreciate that as well. Emily, again, I toast you. You take care. You be well. Keep doing what you're doing. Congratulations on the new job. And hopefully when I'm out on the West Coast, or if you guys are on the East Coast, we'll get together and meet. That would be really
definitely
nice to do. Love to do that. Really love to do that. And I wish you continued success. And let's stay in touch. Keep me posted on all the cool things you're doing. We'll keep the porch light on for you, and you can come back anytime. Andrew says, great interview. Thank you very much, Andrew. We appreciate that. And Babette says, nice to see such a young, level-headed beauty representing the acting world. Good luck to your very bright future. Wow. Are you floating?
I'm like, oh, okay.
That's like I said. Who, me? That's what you call levity on the Gym Masters Show live. My friend, again, thank you so much. It was really cool having you on the show. We do wish you continued success. And Annette Miller, Jim, you're an amazing host. Thank you, Annette. I appreciate that. Thumbs up from Mom. That's good. We got the thumbs up from Mom. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Marty Thompson says, all class, Jim and Emily, you're delightful and pleasant. We'll pray for much success. That's beautiful. From Marty Thompson. Thank you, Marty. We appreciate that as well. And he's a great performer and entertainer himself. So he's sending his best wishes too. You have a good night and enjoy. Have you had your dinner yet?
Not yet. I'm about to.
You're about to, right? It was cool having you, and best to your mom and dad and the family. And hopefully we'll see you guys in person at some point. And thanks so much for spending all this time. Would you believe we chatted for an hour and a half?
I know that. I was looking at that. I was like, wow, it did not feel like that.
That's what every person says on the show, that it doesn't feel like that. We just let it roll freestyle and have a comfortable conversation. Emily, you be well, and thanks for joining us on the show. You were a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Take care now. Bye-bye. Emily Ray here on the Gym Masters Show live. Was that not cool or what? We thank her very much. Again, she was a real delight to have on the show. And if you missed anything, of course, you can see the videos that we showed earlier of some of her incredible acting and also her incredible dance moves too. We showed those a little bit earlier. I just want to let you know, we're going to show just a couple of photos and say happy birthday to my mother, whose birthday is today. Dad's birthday was last week. Just want to let you know, we have an unreal guest tomorrow. Martha Mook. She is extraordinary. She is a electroacoustic violist and composer. That's right. Wait till you hear her tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, live. She's going to perform live. We're going to have some incredible entertainment for you tomorrow on the Gym Masters Show live. That is Martha Mook. She is an award-winning and extraordinary musician, composer, entertainer, and she's going to be here with her electroacoustic, her wonderful viola, and she's going to be there performing, and we can't wait. It's going to be electric. It's going to be some show tomorrow. Love it, love it, love it. And again, one more time, we thank Emily for joining us on the show tonight. She was really amazing, and we wish her nothing but continued success and all blessings. And of course, the famous Lovity that you guys showed all night long here on the Jim Masters Show Live. Thank you very much. Fun show tonight. I agree. Babette says, Jim, what an amazing interviewer. That is a lost art in itself. Thank you, Babette. I appreciate that. Now, how do I print that out and put it under my pillow or on a highway billboard? Thank you, Babette. And thank you, Marty, as well. Great show, Jim. You are the best in the biz. Thank you, Kevin D. Miller. And thank you. It was great connecting with you as well and having you as a guest on the show. Good luck with everything you're doing. Of course, your book, which everybody is raving about. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out Kevin's book, Kevin happens to be Emily's dad, proud dad too. Check out the book. You will absolutely love it. White Skies, Black Mingo. And again, if you missed the episode when Kevin was on the show, we had a great conversation as well. So we thank Annette, we thank Kevin as well. So it is my mother's birthday, and all the way going back to the early days. I would just say we already did our personal love celebration with Mom today and the whole family, everybody. My mother, our parents' phone has been ringing off the hook all day. Again, my mother is the youngest of 16. So it's a big family. We have a lot of relatives, aunts and uncles and cousins and second cousins and third cousins, and big family. And she's just one of the greatest women, the first woman I ever loved. That is the case. Your mother is usually the first woman you ever loved. And then if Sis comes along, we love Mom. She really is a beautiful person. Here we go back a little bit. Yes, that is us. That is yours truly, better known as Jimmy, and Mom Helen. Love her, love her, love her. And it's another shot. There's Dad, Jim, and there's Mom and my sister, Lori, and myself. And this is when, the photographers came to the house and they took the family portraits and things of that nature. So that is Mom and Dad, Mr. and Mrs. Masters. And Dad's birthday was last week. Dad, good-looking guy. Mom, good-looking lady. And loving people, like we were talking about Emily being surrounded by loving family. And our family, very blessed with loving family as well. So Mom's birthday today. Happiest birthdays to our mom. Dad's birthday last week as well. Another shot of Mom and Dad having fun, I believe, at one of the company holiday parties. And really, really love it. And Dad is, you can tell, look at Dad. Dad is English, Irish, absolutely. Mom, English, Swedish, and French as well. We love Mom and Dad. So happiest birthday to them both, and to Mom as well. There is myself and Mom, and we love her. There's me and Mom and my sister as well. And we wish, again, sister's birthday is coming up in May. So a lot of birthdays this time of the year. And there's Mom on the right, Sis on the left. And again, Mom and Dad as well. This was when we all went on a family cruise to Bermuda. Yes, we did that twice with the whole family, and it was really amazing. So that is Dad and Mom Masters right there. Love them both, Jim and Helen. Great people. So happy birthday to our mother. I love that shot. Mom looks a little bit like Audrey Hepburn there, wouldn't you say? Like sort of a real resemblance to an Audrey Hepburn. Just a great, we've been blessed and still are, and our relatives and family and everybody just love it all. So happy birthday to my mom today, and happy birthday to Dad last week, which was fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Anne. I appreciate that. And thank you, Mary. And Maureen, happy birthday to your mom and belated to your dad. They raised one amazing son. I'm sure your little sister is just as amazing. Absolutely. Sure is. Masters love Zen. I love that. Great photo. Happy birthday, folks. Thank you very much. Sweet family photos and pictures. Thank you, Renee and Kathleen and Amy and Kathy and Kathleen. Happy birthday again, dear Mrs. Masters. Lovity. Yes, absolute Lovity. And Jennifer says, again, happy, fun, magical birthday, Mrs. Masters. I give you me Zen Jen. You're all fantastic. Love to all Lovities. Thank you, Annette. I hope you'll be a regular on the Jim Masters Show live. And we are here 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Every day we are here on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. Sometimes we also do it on Facebook as well. And your dad's birthday is coming up on the 30th. That's fantastic. And your father's is celebrated in heaven. God bless him and you as well, Renee. Thank you for sharing personal Lovity family pictures with us. My pleasure, my pleasure. They are the executive producers of yours truly. There's another shot of mom and dad as well, having some fun, and love it, love it, love it. So cool stuff. And again, when you're blessed to have a loving family, and then some, it's really wonderful. So happiest of birthdays. We will sing happy birthday to my mom as well. Would you like to join me? In 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear mom. We love you. You're the best. Here's to much more Lovity coming your way and many more years of good health and joy and blessing and everything, good times and all of it from all of us, all your family and friends and coworkers. Mom worked for 33 years for Estee Lauder Cosmetic Company in New York City. She worked for the actual corporation. She was in the management role for Estee Lauder, and great career and loving person. So happy birthday to you. We love you, Mom. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Really, really nice. And thanks for the birthday wishes, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate that. Merlin, happy birthday again to your mother. Sweet family photos shared. Thanks for a great show with Emily. Good night, Jim and Lovities. Till next time, Lovity, you as well. Hey, I want to show you something. Happy birthday, Mrs. Masters. Thank you very much. We'll go through them real quick again. Love, love, love. We got thousands of photos. We just grabbed a couple of the photos as mom and dad. Couple of the photos over the years as well. And love them all. Really love that one. Happy-go-lucky kid there, yours truly, your host. Host in the making there in that photo. Broadcaster in the making in that photo with mom around Christmas time. She does look like Audrey Hepburn there, wouldn't you say? Very, very much so. Hey, look what came in from one of our lovely viewers. Don't go anywhere. I can't believe this. This is incredible. I just want to grab these, and I want to show you this wonderful note that I got from Ann Wozniak, one of our lovely viewers, and this gift that came in, and it's not even my birthday, but this came in, and look what we got here. These are just readers, but they assist. Jim, you've been on my mind, and before any other day passes, I thought I'd send you lovity and good wishes. Thank you for making our lives so much brighter. Please enjoy this small token of appreciation. Much lovity, Ann Wozniak. Ann, you're amazing. This is the second time you've done this, Ann. I can't believe it. I think it's awesome. And it's pretty delicious. Uh-oh. Yes. You know what this is? Oh, boy. From the Young's Plantation, once again. A Carolina tradition. there is lots of levity in here, and thank you very, very much. So I can open this up quickly. I don't want to tease anybody because I know you guys are going to be really hungry. Story goes that Anne and her family, when they were kids in Carolina, used to pick the pecans off the family trees, and they would bring them to the plantation and they would sell them to youngs, and they would buy them. The plantation would buy them and then turn them into all kinds of wonderful treats and things of that nature. And that the money when they were kids that they got for the pecans that they sold to the plantation, to the to the family, to the place where they make all the goodies, they would use that money for Christmas gifts. Isn't that cool? So there's a wonderful, heartwarming story to this. I know this is torture. We opened this yesterday, and I will admit I did steal one. I won't tell you which of the sections I stole one because I tried to even it out so it looks good on video or TV. But if you reach in there, there's a wonderful wagon wheel of, these are all different pecans coated in dark chocolate and milk chocolate, and then one is sort of like lightly salted. Another one has a light, it's almost like a cinnamon sort of on top, and that is this one. There's the dark chocolate, the milk, and then these are sort of have just like a light salt flavor. But would you like to? I'm very generous. Would you like to reach in to grab any of these? Feel free. You've got your milk chocolate, your dark, you've got that sort of sugary cinnamon, and then you've got the salty ones as well, or salted. There you go. I hate to torture you guys, but thank you, Anne. This is amazing. I just grabbed one of the dark chocolate ones. They're so good, the chocolate. This is a great company in the Carolinas, and what a great gift. This box was in our P.O. box from Anne, and she's an amazing person. And you may remember Anne, of course, recently went to the concert with the Byrne brothers, who were guests on our show as well. I'll cherish this, my friend. This is really, really beautiful. And of course, it's got the, you see the star there as well, starfish and seashell, starfish and seashells, because we always talk so much about the coast and about the ocean and living, along the ocean here, as we do, or living on, along the coast. We are blessed. So let's take a look at some of the comments, and we'll get ready to wrap up our wonderful show here. Yes, we need smell-o-vision and a taste-o-vision. Oh yeah, yum food. Jennifer Barry. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I know why you're asking, Kathleen. Kathleen's going to get in the kitchen and start creating. Yum, Jim, what is your favorite type of chocolate? Milk, dark, white, all. I'd say all. I mean, milk probably was always first. As a kid, we had so much milk chocolate. But then, it always seemed like when you're a kid, the milk chocolate was what you had as a kid. And then as you aged or as you became an adult, that's when you stepped up to dark chocolate, because the adults would have the dark chocolate. And then, the white chocolate, sometimes the white chocolate we would have at Easter time, because the chocolate rabbit or chocolate bunny you would get in the Easter basket. There were a couple of times where they switched, my parents switched off, and they gave us the white chocolate rabbit or bunny instead of the milk chocolate one, which was really, really cool. And so I think I like all. A potpourri. Annette says, I love dark chocolate. Sure looks yummy. Yeah. Straight from the Carolinas, straight from the heart of Anne Wozniak in Florida. You are amazing, Anne. You're such a tease, Jim. LOL. Thanks for a wonderful show. See you tomorrow. Kathy, absolutely. We've got that amazing guest tomorrow. I just want to show you. We're going to take a look at a couple more of your comments, folks, as well. Again, happiest of birthday to Mom and to Dad and to the folks and our family and love and lovity. Love it, love it, love it. And, that's what it's all about. I mean, you want to be able to celebrate life and celebrate joy. And, life is short, as we know, and life comes at us in many different ways. So if you're blessed with a loving family, then you are ahead of the game. You are ahead of the game. All right, gang. So let's take a look at one other thing here that I wanted to show you. Tomorrow's guest, again, is extraordinary. Electroacoustic violist and composer Martha Mook is here tomorrow. Going to be amazing. Just want to let you know, if you didn't see the episode last night with Rodney Allen Rippey, the former child star and actor, producer, director, so much more, we had a hoot of a time. It's on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. There he is in the Jack in the Box commercials. And there he is today. Boy, did we have a great time. He was live from California. This Saturday, we have an Academy Award-winning actor, Golden Globe-winning actor, with a new memoir. He starred in West Side Story with Rita Moreno. Here is his memoir. This is George Chakiris. He is here as my special guest this Saturday on the Jim Masters Show Live. That's going to be amazing. Join us. Hollywood legend joining us here on Jim Masters Show Live. That's this weekend. Coming up also this weekend, Martha Bolton's with us. She penned this incredible book with Bob Hope's daughter, Linda Hope. This is Dear Bob, Bob Hope's wartime correspondence with the GIs of World War II. This is when Bob Hope, of course, went overseas, did his radio shows and so much more overseas for the troops during World War II. Incredible photos, amazing commentary and correspondence they're going to be sharing. Again, with the words of Bob Hope, as well as his daughter, Linda Hope. Martha Bolton will be here as well. Friday, amazing guest, Stan Goldman. He is a renowned legal expert, on-air correspondent, CBS, NBC, Fox, and so much more. Covered the Michael Jackson trial and also O.J. Simpson and many, many trials. He also wrote an incredible, riveting book about his mother escaping genocide during the Hitler years and more. That's going to be amazing. He's going to be here on Friday. Also, on Saturday from Celtic Thunder, Neil Byrne is back on the show. Last week we had from Celtic Woman, Celtic Heart, Celtic Lands, Rocktopia, and now Rock Me Amadeus, the wonderful Mairead Nesbitt. If you missed that episode, that was on. And one of my other dear friends who we've been friends for years, Celtic Thunder, live from Ireland. Celtic Thunder and Byrne and Kelly's Neil Byrne is going to be with us back on the show again for a second time. And we look forward to that. Dee Wallace is joining us real soon. Looking forward to having her as a guest on the show. You know her, of course, from so many movies and TV shows. She's got, I think, 3 movies coming out and a couple of TV shows as well. Dreama Denver, who's been watching tonight as well, is coming back on the show. John Davidson. Yes, the incredible, legendary singer and actor and television host. He had the John Davidson Show. He's coming on the show as well. And so the October Project is joining us. Research them, Google them. Wait till you see what they're bringing to the table when they join us as well. They're an incredible, entertaining group as well. And again, we love Mom. We love Sis too, my beautiful sister as well. So happy birthday to Mom and to Dad. And any of you having birthdays, we say happy birthday to you as well. Have a great night. Lovity hugs, kisses. Good night, all. Stay safe. And Kathleen in New York, you too. And Mary, good night, everyone. Take care. This is another great show. Jim, have a great night, everybody. You too. Renee, Jennifer, I love milk and milk chocolate, white chocolate, dark chocolate, only with chocolate covered cherries. She's putting out hints. Yummy, delicious, absolutely delicious. So we are wrapped for the night, gang. This was really terrific. We thank Emily as well. As we always say here on the Jim Masters Show Live, you can find us live at 7 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Pacific here on the Jim Masters Show Live. Share the lovity and enjoy. We always have a good time here on the show. And don't forget to share a smile. Really important to do. If you're somebody who doesn't really smile a lot, hey, why not throw a smile around and see what happens? could be life-changing for you and for others. There's a lot of people who aren't smiling out there these days. Try to put on a smile if you can and see what happens. Share the levity. Again, something that just happened to form here on our show with great pleasure. And find your Zen place. Mine is the ocean. Of course, with loving family and friends, that's always first. And good times with loving family and friends, and cycling and tennis and music and writing. And but the ocean for me, swimming, surfing, boogie boarding, sailing it, floating in it, walking in it, the ocean. Growing up here in the northeastern United States along the coast, the East Coast, with that wonderful Atlantic Ocean that you're looking at right there. Love it, love it, love it. And we're just a few blocks of it here. And of course, my career in television, radio, and stage brings me lots of zen and lots of joy. Always do what you love what you do whenever you can. So we've always been able to, fortunately, do that along the way in television and radio and stage. And don't forget to relax. We always say this whenever I remember, which is usually all the time. Don't forget to relax. Love one another. Love yourself. Reminding you, too, that here on our show, everybody's welcome. Doesn't matter your gender, religious views, political views, eye color, hair color, height, weight. It doesn't matter. Zip code, income, none of it matters. Everybody's welcome to join us here on the Jim Masters Show live entertainment lifestyle talk show series. And don't forget to relax. Laugh once in a while. Breathe from the diaphragm. Love one another and love yourself. Because, you know, you're valuable and you have something to bring to the table. We talked about Emily's talent today, and we all have something to give. We all have something to say. We all have something to share. So relax. Life is short, and enjoy life because it is very, very precious. One more comment, and we're going to wrap up here. Marty says dark chocolate goes great with Aussie red wine. Ooh, that sounds good. That's a date. One of these days, we will be doing that, Marty. Gang, we love you all. Thanks for joining us in this episode of the Jim Masters Show Live. Happy birthday to my delightful and loving mother. And we love you all. And we hope to see you tomorrow. Incredible night of incredible music with Martha Mook joining us, and a great week of episodes coming up. We're booking all the way into June now with guests, which is beyond my wildest expectations, and it's pretty cool. Gang, good night. We love you all. You have a good time wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and we shall see you tomorrow. And Marty says, you're on. All right, chill that wine. All right, gang, you take care. Be well. We love you all, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Jim Masters Show Live. I'll be here. Hope you are too. Good night.